Okay, so next up I have type on a path. Type on a path does exactly that. It lets you type on a path. So for instance, I could make a ellipses, make a perfect circle. I'm holding shift in order to do so. And then if I go to my type tool, click and hold on my type menu, I'll have some options. And right now I'm going to choose type on a path tool. You can see my type tool icon has that little swoosh through it. And when I hover on a path, you'll get if you have your smart guides turned on, it will say path. When I click, remember it fills in with Greek, but I can just put in Jen and Jelly. And now I have this. You notice that my ellipses is gone, right? If I click off of it, all you see is the type going along that curved space. If you wanted to keep your type along with your path, or your image along with your type, you would need to copy and paste it first. So I'm going to use this banner shape, Control C, Control V. So now I have the original banner because I want to make my type follow this line, but I want to put it on top of this banner. I'm going to use type on a path, click here, put in my business name, and now you'll see I can move this how I want. Obviously my type is a little bit small. I can size this by going into my character window, going larger. I can move my type along this path. Now this is a closed path, so I can make it go anywhere I want along this entire shape. And if you look right here, you'll see these two lines. With my selection tool, I want to hover on the line so that I have the solid black arrow, and underneath it, a line with another arrow in it. If I have this square, I don't want to click. I want to only click when I have this icon showing, and that will allow me to move my stuff along the path. And in this case, it disappears because one side pushes and the other one determines where the end of your path is. The other thing I can do, because it depends on, like this one for instance, where I'm trying to make a circle, maybe I want my type to be facing a different way. So I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this. I'm also going to make that type a little bigger. There we go. Zoom back out a little bit. So maybe I want my type to curve the other direction. I can do that by coming up into the type menu across the top of the screen, click on that, type on a path, and I'm going to go to type on a path options. And there's lots of different things you can play with in here, but type on a path options is a great place to start. Click preview so I see what's happening. If I click flip, does that. Baseline means it's lining up with the path with the bottom of my letter. Ascender means it's lining the path up with the top of my letter. Descender, bottom of my letter. Obviously that one's not going to work so well in this case. And then center straight through the middle. So if I wanted to, I could have, hit OK, my type to look like this. And I'm going to move it. Remember, I want to have the black line with the arrow in order to shift things around. So there we go. I could have it look like that. Maybe a little bit more centered. There you go. Type on a path. You can also not just use shapes, but you could create your own path if you wanted to. And use that to put your type on. Now remember, when you use type on a path, the original path will disappear and you will only have the text showing. So if you wanted it to be on top of a circle or around a circle or on top of a banner, you need to copy and paste that shape first.